Hi, it's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we did a test of faith where we almost fell to our death, and we also defeated a harpy by the name of Greenpaw Village. Today, we are going to be doing a test of strength.
Looking for something special.
First, we're going to sell some junk in our bags, because they're filling up pretty damn quick. I guess we'll, I don't know. Not too worried about gold right now. We got our mount. It would be nice to make enough gold to get our epic mount, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I guess I should have some faith, but it's a lot of gold.
Be careful.
It's like hundreds and hundreds of gold, but it is TBC, so who knows? Maybe it could happen. Alright, guys, well, today we need to find a Rocklim. I should actually call it tonight. We need to find Rocklim. Hopefully we can make it to this elevator in time. No! Oh, good thing we ran into that pole, dude. We would have almost fell to our death. But if we did that, we would have popped Divine Protection. And we would have been okay. Gotta love being a paladin. My mind's in survival mode right now, and wow, I've been playing some hardcore on the Night Elf Rogue. So I'm thinking of ways to survive. I really like the hardcore, like the feel when you're playing hardcore. I know we're just playing WoW, it's all the same, but you're a little bit on edge while you're doing that. Oh, look at that. Hey, buddy. Here you go. I wonder if he's going to give me a Mark of the Wild. I wonder if I can do that. There we go. That's a nice little meeting. And that's the best thing in WoW, guys, right there. Just meeting somebody and just having a little moment. You know, we just did a little drive-by buff. It's my favorite thing in WoW, man. And that's why I love Classic. Because everybody's in Azeroth. And it's awesome. And I wonder with the rules, if that would be considered, you know, asking for a buff. Because there's a rule that says you can't ask for buffs. And what I did is I just buffed him. I didn't ask for a buff or anything. I just buffed him and he buffed me back. I wouldn't consider that asking for a buff. Even if you do the little shake. Or like, you know, you do a little move to like say, hey, hey. I wouldn't consider that asking for a buff. But the thing is, I won't have to worry about that on my rogue. Because the rogue doesn't give out buffs. So I won't be able to help anybody. And that's the thing about rogues. They're a very selfish class. It's funny how they did that. The rogues literally give no buffs. They have an ability called Expose Armor, though. That does help the raid. Like, you can expose the armor of a boss. Is that Rocklim? Yeah, it is. Haha. Found him. Yeah, we're looking for this guy named Rocklim. I'll read the quest after this. My bad. Just to give a little update. Not sure if this guy's an elite in Classic. There we go. We found Rocklim. Fragments of Rocklim. Now let's go and turn this in. Yeah, let's check out the quest quick, just so you guys are updated on what's going on. During the time of the old gods, elementals inhabited much of this world. They worshipped the old gods and the gods through their power, kept the elementals bound to this world. When the old gods were banished, the elementals faded from our world and now only return at the bidding of powerful mages. There are exceptions, though. Some elementals were powerful enough to remain here on their own. One such elemental as Rocklim. To test your strength, find Rocklim in the Thousand Needles and slay him. Alright, so we slayed an elemental just to prove our strength. Hopefully we proved it there. I kind of like nighttime. 1,000 needles. But it is cool seeing people still leveling in TBC, even at the peak of classic Season of Mastery. It's good to see that. And this is on Fairlina, which is a high pop server, but it's nice to see that people are still playing, and the hype isn't taking people away from saying, hey, you know what, I want to level my TBC character. And the good thing about like leveling the TBC character is that there's a good chance that this character is going to be able to, you know, play in Wrath of the Lich King. So if you're interested in playing Wrath of the Lich King, maybe the time investment is worth it, right? As long as you're like, you know, you plan on playing a lot of Wrath. And you'll probably get a good chunk of TBC in too, depending how fast you level. I'm kind of hoping we get to the end of TBC here. I hope I hit level 70 during the last phase. But I have a feeling that we may hit level 70 when Wrath of the Lich King's almost out, or maybe even when it's out. I hope it's not when it's out, because that would kind of suck. But we still got a ton of TBC left to go. But I have a feeling they will announce Wrath of the Lich King when we're in Outland. That's my guess. Getting hit by these Cloud Serpent really bugged me out. Okay, over here is where we gotta go. But yeah, guys, I'm kind of really hyped up about hardcore leveling. I wouldn't say I'm addicted yet, but it's a lot of fun. Rockalim is also called the Pounder by the Centaur tribes in Thousand Needles because of the thundering his fists make as he pummels his creatures brave or stupid enough to stand in his path. The test of strength is done. You have shown strength and bravery, and you are now prepared for the final test before these rites are completed. Your time with me is just about finished. I am knowledgeable, but the test of lore is not mine to give. There are lessons to be learned and places to visit that others claim domain over. If you are prepared, then seek out Brog Dimspirit. He is a shaman of great wisdom. He will test you further. So heed his words, Travidon. When you are ready, find the tunnel that connects the Stone Talon Mountains with Ashenvale. Brog dwells near there. And be careful, Travidon. The Night Elves may wish to impede your test. Okay.
We shall meet again.
Gotta watch out for those Night Elves. They don't like the Blood Elves. That's for sure. Okay, so let's go. We have Test of Lore. We need to go to Stone Talon Mountains, guys. So we're going to be heading out of here. So we're going to go to Freewind Post. We're going to hop on a flight. And yeah, see... If we're going to take a long journey to Stone Talon, might as well go. And this may be our, I won't say it's our last time here, but it could be potentially our... Could be done leveling here in Thousand Needles. Maybe we'll come back. I'm not too sure. But we have done a decent amount of quests here. Could be time to move on. I don't know where we'll go next, but... Could check out Ashenvale. That could be a place we could go to. We could also go back to the Eastern Kingdoms and go to Stranglethorn Vale. I think that would be a good idea. Another Orc Hunter here. I wonder if I can give him a buff. I did. Nice. That's crazy that hit him. Alright, time to take a flight out. Hunter's another class that doesn't get buffs. But they do if you're in a group. If you're in their group, you love them. Because they can give you aspect of the cheetah. Or I think it's aspect of the pack or something like that. And you just run really fast. So the closest place we can go is the crossroads. So we'll head over to X Roads. And I think we'll probably set our hearth in X Roads. And then we will, yeah. Set our hearth at X Roads. And then we'll make our place a Stone Talon, and then from X Roads we can make a decision, and I think we'll probably head to Ratchet next episode, and then go to Stranglethorn Vale, and start questing there. Maybe we'll meet up with Hemet Nessingwary, and start our tests with him. The thing is, I really want to do Scarlet Monastery. And we are getting... We're at a good level to do Library. And we're almost at a decent level to do Armory, so I'm going to try to do that as well. See how that goes. Yeah, guys, Jom Gabar was really fun. I've leveled there on my mage for the first egg. I think I got into level 11. Still level... I don't know if he's level 11 when this episode comes out, but today is the 18th. And he's still level 11, but I'm going to casually level him up. I'm not going to go too fast, but I'm going to get him up to 60 eventually. And it was a lot of fun being in Dunmoreau and being with all those gnomes and dwarves and everybody's lining up to do some quests. And the cool thing was, there were some night elves and humans that made the journey to Dunmoreau. And like we were doing quests with them too. Like that's wild. I was like, how'd you guys get here? Especially that night elf. Like I literally had to like take a boat over to Darkshore. Go down from Darkshore. No. Then from Darkshore, get to Menethil Harbor. Then from Menethil Harbor, run all the way to Dunmoreau. Like that's a mission, man. That's one thing I'm scared of. Is going to the wetlands and trying to run through the wetlands on my rogue to get to Ironforge so we can get the Soul of Iron buff. I think that's going to be hectic. Because all the mobs there are going to be like much higher level than me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run through there. I wouldn't be running, that's for sure. I'll be stealth. But we'll have to make the decision when we get there. There's always like alligators that are like sitting on the road and stuff. It's pretty freaky. Be a rough way to die. But you gotta get to Ironforge somehow. Alright, let's hop on the warhorse. Oh yeah, wait. Gotta set our hearth here. Last thing I want to do is, there's that person level, that's cool. If I can give him a buff. Just buffing everybody today.
Greetings.
Can we make this in our home?
Eternal sun shine upon.
The Barons must have been awesome, man. Like, the Barons must have been a lot of fun. Anybody who got to the Barons must have been having a blast. That first day, like everybody who got to the Barons probably at like 10 p.m. It's probably pretty cool. It's probably still packed. Yeah, I kind of look at TBC. It's kind of like in the state New World's in. And I've been playing a lot of New World. It's I wouldn't say that level, like, because New World's had a lot of bugs, but there's high pop servers, and then there's like a decent amount of low pops. So if you're on a high pop, it's still fun. That's kind of how I look at New World as well. But if you're on a low pop, it can be fun as long as you got a community there that you enjoy playing the game with. And that's kind of what I'm looking for in New World right now. It's just a community on that server. Because I have a free world transfer on that server. And I didn't really want to leave it. But I've been debating on it because I had trouble finding a dungeon. And then once I was talking about that, some guys came and helped me. So there is a community there trying to keep it alive. And they say there's going to be a merger eventually. I think it would be a good idea just staying there for now. Because the longer I wait, the more I'll figure out about, you know, servers. Because a high pop server can die as well, so I think it's just safe to wait and just, you know, slowly we'll get up to 60 in New World. And maybe I'll just start farming there. And then whatever I farm on that server, I could bring over to the new server and maybe make a little bit of a profit if I ever leave. But that is months and months away if I ever do that. But I plan on staying. Yeah, enough about a New World. Still believe that game. I still believe that game has a chance. I still have faith in it. We'll see what happens, though. But here we are at Stone Talon. And we need to find Brogdim Spirit. And he's supposedly at the entrance to the Talon Deep Path, which is close to Ashenvale. And it's where all the Venture Co guys are, so it's kind of interesting that he's parked there. It's kind of weird at the same time. It's not a very safe spot because through that path is Night Elf territory. There's some horde around there as well, but it's mostly Night Elf. And then he has a venture company all there. It's like he's surrounded by them. And they probably don't care for what he has to say. And here we are, we're pulling up on the I think we fought these guys in the Grim Totem. The Grim Totem are here as well. We fought them in Thousand Needles. Good to see that there's still guilds recruiting. People are still trying to, you know, clear the raids. And that's a cool thing about Classic, you know, like, they give you tons of time to get it done. And there's no race, right? You're like, really, you're just competing with yourself every week, and wow. Oh man, we need to get our herbalism up. Seeing if your guild can, you know, do a little bit better than last week. Raiding's a lot of fun. That's good. The only thing like I'm not into is the scheduling. It's one thing I don't miss. Because sometimes it's nice just to say, yeah, I'm not showing up to raid this week. That's kind of why you know, people probably enjoy the retail environment. Like you can also, there's also in Classic you could find pug raids and still do the content. Who's up there? What type of druid are you? Okay. Nice. You gave me a little buff. Gave me some thorns. That's the strength of other classes in hardcore, man. I mean, classes that give buffs in hardcore, because if you give a buff to somebody, they just have that instinct to give you one back. So say you're a you can just go around town just giving people buffs, and then maybe they'll buff you back. I don't know if that's against the rules in hardcore. But the thing is, you're not asking for it. If you're just giving the person one, like clicking on them once and giving them a buff, like I understand, like say you're spamming it on them. I don't know why I'm thinking about the rules that deep. Like, it's probably not that big of a deal. I wonder if we can pick up this mage royale. Probably not. Oh, we can. That's good. There we go. So hopefully we can go through here without dying. I think we'll be okay. It's great having a mount though. I'm loving it. It's great for quests like these. It'd be crazy getting him out on your character in hardcore. And that's like an achievement in itself, just hitting level 40. And I think it's cool how they have like a Hall of Fame. I don't know if it's a Hall of Fame, but they have like a Hall of Survivors, and whoever does it legitimately and has the add-on for it, the add-on's called Hardcore. Then you get put up on this list that says you completed it, which is pretty cool. And now that you have Soul of Iron buff plus that add-on, it really legitimizes it. I wish WoW did that as well. Be cool if they did that in the game. You know, you go to say like a town, or like, you know, you go to Thunderbluff or Undercity or Ironforge, and there's like a mural up, and you can click on it, and then it says all the names on the server who survived from 1 to 60 with the buff.
What brings you here?
Alright, greetings, Paladin. Is there something I can help you with? Though the days and the nights grow colder throughout the world as goblins rape the land, and the night elves point fingers at the younger races. The Forsaken and Orcs are not the only ones to blame for the hardships found throughout Kalimdor and Lordaeron. Many of the intelligent races have contributed to the world's pain. Dorn knows this, and he has sent you to me because you have shown the attributes necessary to realize it also. Now you stand before Brog. So I wonder what he means by the intelligent races. Like, who are the dumb races? What does he mean by that? You have passed Dorn's tests, and now you seek to pass your next trial. Very good, but up until your challenges have been childish. It is easy to test your body. Your mind is another matter completely. I shall explain it simply. Find the book I name, study it, and answer my question about its contents. What book, you must be asking? The Legacy of Aspects. It can be found at the bottom of Dordanil in southern Ashenvale, protected by the dead druids and their slayers.
Walk with the earth, Mother.
Alright, so now we gotta go to Dordanil. Alright, so let's go do that. See if we can do it. I think we can. Gotta get this book. But yeah, I wonder who he means. Like, who does he think are the intelligent ones? Like, I think every race is pretty damn intelligent. Like, every race has their dummies, and every race has their intelligent ones. Like, I don't think the orcs and the undead are stupid. Like, at all. Maybe he just means by the age. So age means knowledge. So the ones that are young, he doesn't consider wise. I wonder how old the Tauren are. They're probably pretty old. Not older than the Night Elves, though. And the Draenei are pretty damn old, too. I wonder how old the Blood Elves are. Probably pretty old. And the Undead. Like, how are the Undead? Like, they're probably really old, dude. Like, don't they just not die? Unless they, like, die in combat? Alright, so I don't know where this thing is. But supposedly it's at the bottom. Find the legacy of the aspects. Where is it? At the bottom of Dordanil in southern Ashenvale. That's Mistral Lake, so we gotta go this way. I wonder what they consider southern Ashenvale. But we will go to the flight point here. Might as well do that. And if we run into Dardanelle, then that's awesome. If not, then this is what it is. Oh, we got a night elf chasing us. That's another crappy way of dying, dude. Like, getting like an NPC that's like a guard running up on you and just killing you. That's rough. Another Mage Royale over there. Alright, let's gather this herb. Alright, done. Get to 97, we're almost 100. Greenpaw Village. He said it's to the south. Thing is, I don't think there's a lake here. Could be the other way. Southern parts of Ashenvale. The bottom of Dordanil. I don't know what the heck Dordanil... Is that there? Maybe it's right there. It's like a little sign. Dordanil could be like not even a lake. I still want to get the flight point, but whatever. Some moonwell down here. I used to go to this moonwell all the time and make mooncloth on my mage. My undead mage. It's like the best moonwell in the game. Well, it's not the best. Like, if you're Horde, or even Alliance, man. Well, I think Alliance is other ones, but... For Horde, it's really good. It's right close to Orgrimmar. Come here, you go in, you make the mooncloth. And the mooncloth makes pretty good gear when CG Zang comes out. Okay, so we have to go up again? Gosh. No. Can we get up here? There we go. Is that okay. Go through here. I just think it's right up here. Pretty sweet. These little animals on us. The Bloodtooth Camp, is that what this is? Yeah, this isn't Dordanil. Some random spot. Some Furbolg place. Oh man, whatever. Guess we can keep going around along the southern parts of Asheville. We'll see if we can find it. Falfarin River. Alright, let's go for a swim. Fallen Sky Lake. This has to be it. What's in here? Oh, Silverwing Grove. Oh! This is death. Potential death. No. Oh! Gosh. That sucks. Oh man, I just wanted to go in there, man. Check it out. Thought that was Dordanil. So you need to know where you're going. If it's not, it's not safe. So that's it. Rip. The character's done. Could you imagine? And I'm just like, yeah, that's it, and then I die. I don't know how I didn't survive that. We got pretty damn far away, then they netted us. And that was it. That was rough. I don't know where Dordanil is, man. So we'll have to find it another time. I'm getting on my horse. We're heading over to gonna head over to a camp here. And we'll do all this Dordanil stuff later. Unless we can find it here. I thought that was it. It had like a little... The Dordanil Barrow Den. So it's over here. Nice. So dying was good. We found Dordanil. Alright. Just ran into the wrong Night Elves. They warned us about them, eh? They warned us. Remember when he warned us about the Night Elves? I think that's kind of cool that he did that. He kind of knew we were going to run into him. I'm telling you, Taurens just got something about them, man. They have like a sixth sense. Just something about the Taurens. Come on. I hate runbacks like this. I hate them. Such a long one. Gives you a good amount of time to think about how you died. There was nothing I could do. Use the health potion. I could have lay on hands. No, but I couldn't because I used divine protection. I don't think I can. The target cannot be made invulnerable. Once protected, the target cannot be made invulnerable by divine shield, divine protection, or blessing of protection. So you can lay on hands. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a noob. I'll try it in a minute. Some more night elves chasing us. So we gotta go to Dordanil. We'll try it. We'll try using divine protection, lay on hands combo. I don't think you can do it. Okay, good. We got some orcs here. Look at that. That's so sneaky. Such a sneaky move. They, like, you know, people just like walking over all peacefully, and you see a bunch of orcs or like at least attack you. There's some cool spots in Blackrock Depths. I mean Blackrock Mountain, where you can hide and kind of, you know, flank people. Or flank raids that are coming in. You kind of like surprise them. Alright, so is this Dordanil? I think it's up here. Just follow. This is it. I think this is it. A severed druid.
What do you require?
What is this place? What the heck? I think this might be it. Why are the Forsaken down here?
I'm listening. I am Forsaken. And you are...
There's night elves here. Might be it. The severed keeper. This better be it. There, another undead rogue. Maybe the undead already took it.
I am forsaken.
I am forsaken.
Hello? What is it?
It didn't say Dordanil when I came in, so not too sure. The Legacy of Aspects, is that it? Nice. Alright, so we got the Legacy of Aspects, guys, so let's read it. We'll make our way out of here. I have done a great deal of research about the aspects and their Titan creators, as much as any human could in a lifetime. There were 5 aspects. When the Titans left this world, they were mighty dragons tasked with protecting the world of Azeroth. Their tales are vast and varied. And even now, in spite of all the information I have gathered, I know that there is much more to be learned of these magnificent creatures. Much of the knowledge I have now I could not have possibly learned on my own. Because of this, I am extremely grateful to the Night Elves. It was only with their help that I have as many details as I do. As a result of our interactions, I am under the impression that their beginnings are much more closely tied to the aspects than I had first thought. However, they guard their secrets far too closely for even me to know for certain. Now, let's try this Slay on Hands. So yeah, you can. I'll just use it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the book. The information I learned of the aspects I put here for others to reference in the future. I know will prove useful, as I feel that these dragons will have a much greater effect on our world as time goes on. Okay, so let's learn about the aspects. Okay, Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza, the ancient and powerful queen of the dragons, was named the Lifebinder by the Titans. She was first to be created by the Titans. I'm gonna go over here's where we want to go. Alright, she was first to be created by the Titans to protect the world after they left. It is said that she witnessed the birth of all modern races upon the face of Azeroth. Her red dragonflight, known for their proud demeanor, once ruled over all other dragon kind. Okay. Let's find the flight point here. I guess we'll go back and turn it in. Got time to read this, right? Rumors among the Night Elves suggest that Alexstrasza and the demigod Cenarius were close friends, and that it was he that called her during the first invasion of the Burning Legion. Ysera the Dreamer, represents mortal subconscious. She encompasses the emerald dreaming. While she appreciates imagination and creation and approves of ambition in the mortal races, her and her dragonflight consider the real world to be just an illusion. Ysera is one of the most graceful and powerful creatures any mortal could lay eyes on. Malygos is known as the steward of magic. For the spellweaver, his natural form is not that of a typical dragon, and it is said that he can change it at will, rarely seen after his retreat to the far north. He is almost always in the form of an insect-like creature, but while in dragon form, he and his dragonflight are varying blues in color. I didn't know that he's almost always in the form of an insect-like creature. I didn't know that about Malygos. I don't remember any of these aspects looking like an insect. Like, I know I've seen Ysera, I've seen Alexstrasza before. Nozdormu. Let's make sure we're going the right way. Yeah. Let's check out Nozdormu here. Nozdormu is known as the Master of Time and the Timeless. He and his dragonflight are bronze in color and display great cunning in all things. Nozdormu's attention has always been focused on collecting artifacts of the past, as he cares little for the current matters of the mortal races, or even his fellow aspects' dealings. His indifference towards the politics of others does not mean he is complacent towards events that transpire throughout the world, though. Considered to be protectors, the Bronze Dragonflight find themselves greatly attracted to the areas of civilization. The dragon and his flight are very patient by nature, always relying on observation and acting with a plan before being hasty. Nozdormu will always attempt to protect the time stream and the mortal races when threatened by greater enemies. Alright, but yeah, we're going to probably see Nozdormu when we go to the Caverns of Time in TBC. Neltharion, called the Earth Warder upon his creation, was loyal and protective of Azeroth than any other aspect. His black dragonflight were responsible for the creation of the mountains and the other formations of the lands, including boundaries between mortal races that caused his corruption still remain a mystery, be it an outside influence or something that rotted from within. I wonder if perhaps the old gods didn't play a hand in the great black corruption. The black dragonflight underwent a complete transformation, and in the end, Neltharion no longer existed. He became Deathwing, a creature of malice and hatred, no longer the Earth Warder in the eyes of races like the High Elves. He was renamed the Death Aspect, and Zazas, in place of his Titan-given name. Deathwing is the embodiment of chaos and evil, and is always hungry for destruction. He is arguably the first evil of Azeroth that appeared after the banishment of the old gods. That's interesting. So yeah, maybe the old gods did corrupt Deathwing. Because in Dragon Soul, the raid, you actually fight like some old god bosses. So there is some old god influence there. So yeah, maybe Deathwing was corrupted by the old gods. And his name was Neltharion. It's cool how they have lore in Classic WoW all the way to Deathwing. Which kind of makes Cataclysm really the final expansion of WoW. And I think it was probably supposed to be the final expansion. I think the world was probably supposed to be destroyed by Deathwing. But they're like, hey guys, this game's doing too well, we can't just destroy it. Let's add Mist of Pandaria. and then boom. Mist of Pandaria came, and then we started going back in time. In Warlords of Draenor. That thing was a cool boss fight too, I liked him. Okay, so we're almost at Windshear Crag. Slowly making our way through. And we've read the book, so that is good. We know about Neltharion, Alexstrasza, Nosdormu, Malygos, and Ysera. I've never seen Malygos in an insect form, though. I've always thought he was like in a human form or something like that. Alright, Brog, Dim Spirit.
Peace, friend.
Greetings, Paladin, or something help you. Bring me the book after you've studied it. I will not ask you your question until after you have given me the book. This is the book I named. There is hope you will answer my question correctly. Then, unless you've forgotten to study its contents, when you are prepared, speak to me, and I shall ask a question of you. You have brought me the book, and now it is time for your question. Are you ready? Time is not an issue, Paladin, so do not feel pressured. You may take as long as you like to answer. Let's answer the question.
Ancestors watch over you.
My question to you is this, Paladin. Which of the aspects created by the Titans became the nefarious creature known as Deathwing? That's so easy. Life is full of questions, Paladin. You'll never be able to answer all of them, but with some time and study, perhaps you will become a little more knowledgeable. Okay, well that's easy. That's Neltharion.
May the eternal
Answer Brogdon spirits
shine
correctly.
upon
Nice. Wonder what happens if you get the question wrong. Well done, Paladin. You have studied the text I asked you to, and now you have passed another of our tests. Good luck, Travelin. You have passed the first portion of the test of lore, but there is still another question to be answered, but that question is not mine to ask. Seek out Parquel, Fentalis, and Lordaeron City. He was a great historian for the humans before plague overtook him. Now he continues to seek enlightenment, but of a different nature. He will have another requirement of you before he asks you anything, but you have done masterfully thus far. I'm sure you will overcome this obstacle.
Go in peace.
Alright, so that was cool. Learned some lore about the aspects, and seems that Deathwing got corrupted by the old gods. Which makes me think, like, maybe N'Zoth did destroy Azeroth. Who knows? Maybe he did. We'll see. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.